Today we are gonna make a
Braai Pie.
That's so corny. Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. As you can see, today we are gonna make a
Braai Pie.
That's so corny. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna make a braai pie. So braai as in
Barbecue for
Yes.
Americans.
yeah, and pie as in pie. So a braai pie is very popular nowadays at the South African braai, because usually we do a braai broodjie. I don't know what it is in English. Braai broodjie, like a
Yeah, like a grill.
sandwich. It just the English
Yeah.
just doesn't do justice.
Not a
So it's a braai broodjie. I don't know if you can say braai broodjie.
braai breakie.
Braai broodjie.
Okay.
Cool. So it's usually like a like bread with, you can put onions, tomatoes, cheese sometimes, and then you put it on the roaster or
Or grill.
grill.
Yes.
And then or you can do a braai pie, which is what we're gonna do today. So you can either eat it on its own, depending on the amount of filling that you do, or you can eat it as a substitute for your braai broodjie with your meats and stuff. We're not gonna like braai today. We're just gonna do the braai pie because we have like 7 fillings. So
Yes.
okay, so what we have here is we have some onions that I sauteed in just, salt and pepper. Then we have some green pepper, yellow pepper, and red pepper. I decided to do all 3 because the flavor together is just so delicious. Because the red pepper is a bit more sweeter than the rest, so it just combined, it's just delicious. And then some
Mushrooms.
yeah, some mushrooms that I sauteed in a little bit of butter. And then I have some leftover chicken from last night. It's like a sweet, sticky barbecue chicken that I just shredded. And then I have some
Bacon.
that Ariel prepared for us. And then of course puff pastry, one for the bottom and then one for the top. And then I have some Mrs. Ball's chutney. I'm going to show you later what I'm going to do with that. And then I have some cheese and then some egg for the browning of the thing. Okay, so what we're basically going to do is we're going to lay the puff pastry out on the grill, on the roaster. I'm just going to say roaster. No?
Yeah, just say
Yeah.
it's South Africa.
Yeah, so I'm going to lay this out on the roaster and then we're just going to add the toppings. Okay, cool. So I've laid down our bottom layer of puff pastry on our roaster, which I've sprayed a bit with spray and cook so that it doesn't stick. And then I am just going to put a layer of Mrs. Ball's chutney to give, just that extra bit of South
Flavor.
African flavor. So tell us a little bit about how's your Afrikaans
My
going?
Afrikaans is about 15% better than it was a year ago.
15?
15, yes. I can formulate a few sentences compared to last year when I was just saying just basic terms like hello and good morning. But now I can say things like what is your name? Like wat is your naam? Right? My naam is Ariel. And so I could say like she is my wife, say is my vrouw, or I could say I am her husband, ek is haar man.
Cool.
Yes. Or what I love to say is through the door. I might not say it perfectly, but
Why that sentence?
it's just very catchy because through and door in Afrikaans sounds very similar to one another. Deur, die deur, through the door.
Yeah.
And the first sentence or phrase that I learned in Afrikaans was, where is the exit? Waar is de uitgang?
Why?
Because
You've got such random sentences.
yes, because sometimes when I like go to like a store or something, I get a bit impatient and
Oh yeah.
I want to know where the exit. But yes, and so there's still a lot of vocabulary to learn. When people speak in Afrikaans to me, I kind of shy away because it's like,
But you're very good. You learn very, very
yes,
quickly.
yes, I learned very quickly because languages was always very fascinating. Um, Spanish being my second language as a kid, we were a bit forced to learn Spanish.
Really?
Yes.
Did you go, like the school that you went to, was it, because the school that I went to, we had like Afrikaans and English was like mandatory.
Yes.
So it was Spanish and English. Because I had, what's it called? Afrikaans
Yes.
as a first language and then English as a second language.
Well, yes, in the school I went to, the bilingual school,
Yeah.
I was in the bilingual class, so the teachers had to speak in Spanish and English because there were students there from Latin American countries who did not know English.
So they would teach any subject in both languages.
In both languages,
Like just
yes.
whoa,
Yeah.
that's next level.
Yeah, so language is always something. So now here I'm kind of a bit forced to learn Afrikaans. Even though majority of people here in this part of South Africa know English, it's still
Yeah.
it's still necessary to really navigate here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can add the chicken for us and the
Okay.
bacon.
So where would you like the chicken on? Here?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Just
We did wash our hands, guys. I made sure of it.
I put all
Just
the
like,
chicken at
yeah.
once.
Or yeah, I can just like, you can just keep that for me and then I will,
Put the rest down there.
yeah, just move it for me a bit. Okay, cool. And any other Afrikaans phrases?
Any other Afrikaans phrases? Huh.
I would say that is, because you said 15%, that already is more than
Okay,
15%.
so ek is honger. I am hungry. When I look at this cost, which is food,
Cool.
so
Cool.
you know.
Like
Or I would say dankie for the cost. Thank you for the food after you have served it to me. Yeah.
Cool. Whew. This looks like a
Yes, it does.
proper pie,
It
right?
looks like a burrito, or like a pizza. The pizzas here that I've had in restaurants looked very similar
Yeah.
to this.
It's almost like a pizza, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Just it's gonna get a top, like a top covering or whatever. Now I just need to add a layer of Mrs. Ball's
Ball's.
chutney. So have you been in a situation where you're like in the mall here in Paul or somewhere, and then people just assume that you know Afrikaans and then they just like
Oh,
speak?
all the time.
Yeah.
I had this woman that looked like she was 97 years old approach me and ask me for a favor in Afrikaans, and I had to kind of like, I felt bad. I kind of had to just ignore her. And usually when you're gonna pay for something in the cash register, the cashier would like speak to you in Afrikaans, and I would just stay quiet. Like I would just shut down. And Cindy always tells me, just speak to them in English because, they'll understand, and, they can't assume that everyone here, is Afrikaans dominant.
I forgot the cheese. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you reply to them in Afrikaans, then I guess they're gonna just assume, oh, he can speak Afrikaans, and then
Yeah.
they're just gonna continue
Right.
in Afrikaans.
So yeah, that's the trick to it. I mean, and it happened to Cindy in New York.
Oh yeah,
Some people thought she was Latina and started speaking to her in Spanish.
yeah, very fast
Yeah.
Spanish, and then I'd be like, whoa,
Yeah.
slow down. I just know like, ¿cómo estás? Hola, estoy bien,
Yeah.
like the basics, and then
Basic
just be like,
one.
ah. Anyway, yeah, so it happened.
It happens in any country, in any culture.
Cool. So now we're just gonna close the edges so that it does not spill out when we put it on the cooler. What's cooler in
In English,
coals, like on the fire?
yeah, the coals, yeah.
So but would you say learning Afrikaans is easy, or on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being like super difficult?
I could say maybe an 8.
8, as in, oh, okay.
Yes, 8, because I'm very good with memorization. I mean, in school they had us memorize biology terms, so 8 out of 10 I could call it.
Okay.
difficulty. Yeah. But the challenge is understanding it when people speak it, because they speak it at a speed that
Yeah.
I'm not familiar or used
Yeah.
to. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So once I can master that, then I could say, well, like I'm 10 out of 10 in Afrikaans.
But you're doing really good.
Thank you.
Really good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So the only thing left to do now is to add a bit of egg on top and like on the bottom for it to brown while it's on the cooler. Cool. So there you have your South African braai pie.
Looks great.
It did come out really
Crispy.
nice. Do you want to taste?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Okay, just a small bit. Just gonna cut you like a taster.
Okay.
Ooh.
The proof is in the braai.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Is it good?
Yeah.
Are you just saying so?
No, I am being honest.
Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna taste and then we will see you guys
Next time.
next time. Ciao.
Ciao.